Okay, in today's video, you're going to learn how to create a client fee increase letter for your accounting firm. Now, what you're about to see here on this screen is you're literally going to be able to click a button and it will automatically generate that fee increase letter based on your firm, based on the client specific situation. So it automatically will know both things and will generate that fee increase letter. Now, stick to the end of the video because I'm going to actually share with you the exact ChatGPT prompt that I used to create this, where you can literally click on the link and it will automatically generate it for you. Nothing to copy. It will all be included. So if you want to skip to the chase here, I'm going to include this in my newsletter. You simply subscribe to the newsletter in front of AI.com and you will automatically get access to the prompt. Okay, well, why don't we go ahead and dive in? So I'm going to, rather than go through all the details first, I'm going to show you the results. So the setup here is it's going to ask a few questions about your client, and then it's going to generate the letter. So I'm going to go ahead and click on submit. And the first question it asks is, what's the client's full name? So let's just say John Doe. Okay. How many years have they been a client? Let's just say 5 years. Okay. How many years since your last fee increase? I'm going to say it's been a little while. Let's just say maybe I didn't even increase it. So let's just say 5 years. I haven't increased. Okay. So their total fee today expressed monthly. Add up everything they paid you for the past year and divide by 12 to arrive at this monthly amount. Please exclude any non-recurring items like an IRS audit or one-time project. And I'll explain how this works a little later in the video, but just watch the questions for now. So the total fee expressed monthly. So let's just say maybe the monthly fee is $400. Okay. And I'll click enter on that. Okay, next question. Indicate how much of a PETA your client is to work with, right? So, how much of a pain in the ass they are. Huge, medium, or none. Let's just say maybe this one is, I'm going to say maybe medium PETA. Okay. How do you currently get paid? Monthly, fixed fee, monthly hybrid, hourly, flat fee, other. Okay, so it's going to understand your payment structure here. So let's just say I currently get paid by them on a monthly basis. What is your total revenue this past year? Let's say these guys are about 500,000. And then what is their total profit this past year? I'm going to say this was about $350,000. And estimate how much money have you saved this client this year, and estimate based on tax savings, operational efficiencies, etc. So you as an accountant, you should probably already know how much you have saved that client. If you don't, there's ways to calculate that, but obviously that's something you should be on top of. So let's just say in this case, I was able to save them about, let's just say about $10,000. Okay, so that's it. Now it is actually going to generate it. So first it starts with a note to an accountant, which is you. So based on the information provided, John Doe has been a client for 5 years, with the last fee increase being 5 years ago. The client is a medium PETA, which slightly influences the fee increase. The current monthly fee of $400 has remained constant, with a total revenue of $500,000 and a total profit of $350,000 for the past year. Furthermore, we've saved the client an estimated $10,000 this year. Taking into account these factors as well as industry rates and inflation, I've computed a 15% increase on the monthly fee considering the value we provided to the client. Okay, so it gives you a little summary of how it thought through this, and I'll show you the logic in just a few moments. And then finally, it actually generates the fee letter that you can literally copy and paste and email out to your client. So here's the letter. Dear John Doe, I hope this message finds you well. As always, I appreciate the trust you place in us to handle your accounting needs. Our primary goal is to consistently offer you the best service possible. We're pleased to inform you that this past year, we were able to save you approximately $10,000 based on tax savings and operational efficiencies. The value we provide goes beyond the day-to-day transactions, but includes the peace of mind knowing your financials are being handled with expertise and attention to detail. In light of this, as well as considering the rising industry rates and inflation, we find it necessary to adjust our fee structure. This is not a decision we make lightly, as we always strive to maintain the best balance between affordability for our clients and sustainability for our firm. Effective from 1 month from now, we will be implementing a 15% increase on your monthly fee, which will take your fee from $400 to $460. Please rest assured that this adjustment will enable us to continue providing you the level of service and expertise you've come to expect from us. We remain committed to seeking more ways to save you money despite this fee adjustment. We greatly value your business and our relationship. We're looking forward to continued partnership, and we remain at your disposal for any questions or concerns you might have regarding this change. Sincerely, Mark Howard, Acme Tax LLC. Okay, and obviously that's going to be your own name and firm down there. Okay, so that was the letter that was automatically generated. So, like I said, I'm going to go ahead and release this entire prompt, so you can actually just click on the link to get it. But if you are curious on how I did this, let's actually walk through the logic, because you can actually adjust this yourself once you actually get the prompt. Okay, so I'm going to scroll up here, and we're going to go into the top here where I actually created this. Okay, so it's based on two major sections: the criteria, which were the questions we just went through, and then the computation rules of how we actually came up with this. Okay, all right, so you are fee increase GPT. You will ask a series of questions that the accountant will answer. Then you will generate a client fee increase letter based on the responses. My accounting firm name is Acme Tax LLC, and my name is Mark Howard. Okay, so obviously you're going to change this to your firm name and your name here. Okay, criteria. So these are literally the same questions that we went through in the start of the video. So I'm not going to repeat this. I'll just say that you can adjust these slightly. I don't recommend making any major changes, but these are basically the key questions in order to get to the point of generating a really accurate fee increase letter. Okay, so let's go into the actual rules here. So the rules, number one, increase fee between 10 to 20% based on criteria above. Factors contributing to a higher fee increase are higher PITA, pain in the ass score, larger total savings, you save them, greater length of time since last fee increase, have been a client for more than 1 year. Okay, so these are all factors that are contributing to higher fee increases, and you know, this is based off of a lot of information that I've used before, and also some of the latest stats and statistics that I've been able to capture as well. Factors contributing to a lower fee increase are lower PITA score, lower total savings, have been a client less than 1 year. Do not mention the term PITA in the fee increase letter. Okay, so this is basically saying, hey, ChatGPT, don't say anything about PITA in the actual letter. Okay, so this is the basic criteria. And number one, just to let you know how I kind of thought through this. Okay. And again, you know, this is not perfect. You know, mileage may vary. This is just based off of, you know, what has worked for us, and hopefully it will work for you as well. Number two, no fee increase if they have been a client for less than 1 year, or if you have increased their fee already within the past year, or they had no profit or no revenue. So common sense there, right? You know, if you've recently increased a fee, you don't really want to do that again. Also, if they have no revenue or profit, then it's probably going to be hard to, you know, really push a fee increase. There are exceptions, right? Maybe if you are in the tech sector working with tech startups, they recently got a large investment, so they don't really have a lot on the books yet. But if that's the case, they're probably less than a year old anyway, so you're not going to be increasing that fee. Okay, let's go into number 3. Generalize that the fee increase is based on a combination of their total savings, I saved them, industry rates, and inflation. Do not provide specific rates for each. Simply mention these factors in general terms, okay? And like I said, this is based off of a lot of other information, you know, looking at things like inflation, looking at industry rates. There's actually another resource I use here, the 2023 pricing increases by size of firm in terms of revenue. I'll include this link as well, just so you can have something to help you think through this as well. Okay. Let's go on here. So basically, do not provide specific rates for each. Simply mention these factors in general terms. Okay, so like I said, you know, you don't want to go into meticulous detail on how you calculated that. That's for you to know. You know, that's for us to know as accountants. But the client doesn't really need to go into the nitty-gritty of how you calculate. All they need to know is how much the fee is going to increase, you know, what it's going to be, and, you know, when is that date going to be effective of that fee increase, okay? Number 4, in the fee increase letter, bold the text for total savings, effective date of fee increase, and total amount saved, okay? So remember here in the actual letter, we asked it to bold, so you can actually tell ChatGPT to go ahead and do that. And this is your preference, right? So if you don't want to bold that stuff, you can put it in italics, you can bold something else. And like I said, the link I'm going to provide, you can actually click to edit all of this stuff for your specific firm. Okay, number 5, assure the client that we will continue to seek ways to save them more money despite the fee increase, okay? So again, you know, your job as an accountant is to continue to help them out in terms of, you know, operational efficiencies, tax savings, you know, whatever your practice area focuses on. Bottom line is you want to, you know, help them to continue to save as much as possible. Okay. Number 6, the letter should be clear, appreciative, yet concise, and provide 1 month notice before the fee increase goes into effect. Okay, so this could be 2 months, this could be 3 months, you know, whatever that notice you desire. By default, I'm just going to set it at 1 month here. Again, you can change that. Number 7, preface a note to accountant before the fee increase letter explaining your rationale. Gotta fix that typo there, and how you calculated the fee increase, okay? So this is basically that little preface that it started with in the beginning of the video, the note to accountant. So this is basically kind of like a note to you on how it thought through that. So if you see any kind of, you know, assumptions that you're not comfortable with or anything that might be a little bit off or erroneous, at least you can kind of see how it thought through that there, all right? So that's why we included that bit of a note there. Okay. And then, lastly, ask these questions one at a time and only ask the next question when I provide a valid response to the current question, okay? So this is so it doesn't, you know, vomit those 8 or 9 questions all at the same time, because that can be confusing. You may answer the wrong question or answer in the wrong order. So it populates, it basically does like we see here, you know, it's asking these questions one at a time. You simply answer and then it goes to the next question, all right? Do not acknowledge prior answer, just ask the next question. So again, you know, it's not, you know, saying thank you, it's not going to any detail, it's just popping the next question one after another, so it's slightly quick. Only provide feedback if the answer is unclear or seems invalid, okay? So if you say, like for example, how many years has the client, have they been a client? If you say like 500 years, then it's going to pop up with a response like, hey, that seems a little long, right? So it has a little bit of logic in there to make sure it keeps you honest on these questions as much as possible. And then I will answer questions for one client. So you're telling ChatGPT that this is going to be for a specific client. And now you can do this as many times as you like, right? So if you have 5 clients, you do it 5 times. Now if you have 300 clients, obviously that's going to take a little while. There are ways to further automate that. If you want some more information, drop me a note. I can give you some more information about that. Okay, please create a fee increase letter based on these requirements, populating the appropriate fields with the info provided. Okay, so like I said, that's it, and it automatically generates a full client fee increase letter. Like I said, you can just, literally copy and paste this to Word or Google Docs or directly into an email to send it out, save it as a PDF, or, edit this until your heart's content. Like I said, there are some assumptions that I put in there, so you're free to adjust it. Okay, well, this is it. So like I said, if you want a link directly to this where you can literally pick up off of where I stop here, where you don't have to create anything yourself, you literally click link and it will automatically populate through a ChatGPT new feature here. You can actually get that by joining my newsletter, and I will make sure you have a copy not just to this prompt, but the dozens of other prompts that I have created as well. Okay, well, that's it. I will see you on the next video.